Good day, everybody. This is the roof of a car. Now, the roof of your car is probably the most neglected, overlooked, and abused part of the vehicle. In fact, if you have one of those taller SUVs, you probably don't even notice or can even see the roof. Yes, your roof gets abused, whether it's snow, whether it's ice, wind-driven rain, or the blazing hot sun. Your roof takes a full beating. And if that's not enough, hell, we'll put camping gear on top, we'll put sheetrock, we'll put lumber, and we'll put whatever else we either don't want in the car or won't fit in the car. We'll throw that up and tie that on the roof as well.
Oh no! You can't put her up on that roof.
Yes, he can.
You want me to strap her to the hood? What's the difference? She'll be fine. It's not as if it's going to rain or something.
So what do car manufacturers do and people out there like us want? I got a great idea. We'll cut a big old hole in the most vulnerable part of the vehicle and we'll throw in an electrically powered glass window. How's that? Well, I'm here to tell you that your sunroof will leak. It does leak. It doesn't matter if it's a new car, a used car, a slightly used car, whether it's a BMW, Mercedes, Ford, Kia, or any other car that you drive. If it has a sunroof, doesn't matter if it's one of those giant panoramic sunroofs, a little moonroof, or a tiny little sunroof like this, it will leak. But you may be asking yourself, well, if it leaks, how come I get no water in the car? I'm going to explain that to you in just a sec. So no matter what, every part in your car that opens, whether it's the liftgate, the back doors, the front doors, and yes, the sunroof, every part that opens has a seal around it. And guess what? Those seals are never, ever permanently weather tight. There's always going to be some leakage through the seals. So to prevent water from entering the car, all vehicles are made with a system, it's kind of like a gutter. Yeah, just like the one on your roof. It'll collect the rainwater and divert it around the opening of your vehicle so it doesn't enter. And your sunroof is no different. It will leak around this seal and it's going to go into a gutter and then flow through a drain out your car. Let me show you how it works. So I'm going to show you on my sunroof how this system works with the gutter. First, we can see there's a seal around the glass part itself. And of course, it's flexible. So if it's really cold or really warm out, this will flex and, you know, it's not going to keep out all of the rainwater. So what happens? It's the wind protector. Here is the gutter. It goes around the side here, all the way to the front, and all around the frame. And as water seeps through the seal, it enters the gutter. And of course, you can see it won't go in the car. The headliner won't be affected. Now, what happens to all that water that's collected in here? Well, I don't know if we can see, but in here, right where my finger is, there's a drain. There's a drain on this side, and there is a drain on the other side. So this car has 2 drains in it. Some with the larger sunroofs will have 4. This one has 2. You can see there's a little dirt in there. And what happens, the water goes through here, then it'll go under the headliner and down this A-pillar here. It'll go down, it will exit the car right around the wheel well area. But there is a tube that connects this drain, goes through the pillar and out the bottom of the vehicle, and that will take the water from the gutter to the outside of the car, preventing any water or any leakage from entering the inside of the car and damaging your headliner. So if you are seeing staining on the headliner around here or over here, that means your drains could be clogged and you're going to have to open them up. So what many people do to clear out the debris in the gutter and in the drain, they take a bit of compressed air and they put it in the drain and blow it through the drain pipe out the bottom of their car. So let's go ahead and do that. No, we don't want to use compressed air if we don't have to. Let me do a little experiment and show you why that it may not be such a great idea to use compressed air if you don't have to. Alright, so this contraption I made here is just a representative, it's just a proof of concept on how the drainage system works for your sunroof. This part here is going to represent the gutter, so this is going to collect the water. And you've got your drain output right here. This is made of metal, but most likely in your vehicle it's going to be a plastic bit. And of course we have the pipe here that goes under your roof liner and down your A-pillar, and of course goes out of the bottom of your car to exit the water. Alright, so I have a bucket of water here representing rainwater. Now again, this is not actual, you know, this is going to be made of metal, the gutter system, and of course the hose going through your roof and out of the bottom of your car is not going to be this thick. It's probably going to be a bit thinner than that, and most likely black, not clear. So I'm just doing this so you can all see the concept of how it works. So that gutter will fill with water, and when it gets to a certain point, you can see it exits the bottom of the car. So water flows quite easily through the system. So what if this hose clogs? How are we going to fix it? So I emptied the water out of the gutter and simulated a clog in the hose. So since it's fall, I used, well, it's almost fall, and the leaves are falling and they're turning color, so this is probably the most likely debris that's going to enter your hose. So let's see what happens if we use the good old air compressor to blow that out. Now, for you engineer types, I'm sure you know what's going to happen already. Let's put the air compressor in to the drain, give it a squeeze. Oh, shit. You see what happened? This hose slipped right off of here. Now, if that happens inside your car, guess what? You're not going to be able to see that. It's hidden by the roof liner, and that's what will cause it to leak. Now, some cars have a hose clamp on there, but quite frankly, we don't know which ones they are. So we're going to try to blow it again, but we're going to blow it the opposite way. So we'll see if we can blow the debris back out through the sunroof gutter. Let's see if that works. Oh, you see that? Same thing happened. This came right off. So using air through this tube, either way, it doesn't work. So you can see if that hose doesn't have a clamp on the drain, you can be in for a hell of a time. To simply put that hose back on, that drain hose back on, you may have to tear apart your entire interior. Well, most of it anyway. That could take all day. You're going to have to remove all the plastic parts from the A pillar, B pillar, and C pillar. All of your side panels will have to be removed. In some cases, the seats, either one or two or all the seats may have to be removed. And of course, your headliner is going to have to be removed. And if you have things such as dome lights mounted on there, or air conditioning vents or heater vents or controls for your audio system, all of that has to be disconnected as well, just to attach a small drain hose. You want to try and avoid disconnecting that from the drain. So what can you do? Well, when this clogs, it's usually, I'm saying it's usually, not all the time, not stuck in that hose itself. Simply use a small little pick like this and pull out any debris, surface debris, near the drain. Now that debris usually doesn't go too far. Maybe if you're lucky, it'll be only a half an inch into the drain, and just simply pull it out a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, not too much. Use your fingers, use whatever you can, but try to avoid using air. And simply take a little cup of water, pour it down the drain, and see if that works. If you're getting a little bit of a result, just keep going. Just keep using that little pick device and pull out that debris. Now, I've heard of some people using vinegar or a baking soda solution to break up any debris in there, or Drano. I wouldn't use Drano. Sometimes that can deteriorate the hose. But I've heard of people doing that and it works. I'm not going to tell you should do it or shouldn't do it, but try to avoid using compressed air. Now, if you keep doing that and it's still clogged, most likely the clog could be in that hose, in which case, I hate to say it, but you may have to use a little bit of compressed air. Just keep the PSI down. Start at a low number, like 15, 20 PSI. Use that at first. If it works, great. Just don't crank it up to 150 right away, because if you blow that hose off, trust me, it's trouble. Now, I can't give you specifically on what car manufacturers clamp their hoses and which ones don't. Now, over time, those hoses inside your vehicle can actually create a stronger bond. With all of that heat being generated, it may shrink the hose a little bit and form a better seal, so you can get away with a little more compressed air. And other times, maybe it's dry rotted or, you know, a little bit brittle, in which case compressed air is no good. It'll blow that hose right apart. But it's a chance you're going to have to take. It's, again, you can't see the hose unless you remove the liner. So just be careful. And the best thing that I can tell you is maybe once a year, twice a year, check it out and just pull any, you know, it's that time of year, it's fall. You're going to use your sunroof. It's beautiful weather outside, and you may get little sticks and twigs and leaves in that gutter. Just check it out once in a while, and it's better to just every once in a while pull out that debris rather than letting the water overflow and damaging your liner and then trying to unclog that line. Well, folks, that's all I have for you today, and as always, have a wonderful day.